Why do we love Detroit?
Phil Simpson.
Phil is an amazing artist with a big heart, a heart of gold.
And once you meet him, you'll concur with us that he is the heartbeat of this renaissance going on in the city of Detroit.
We just got here to his studio, and we're going to introduce you to him now.
My way of making a public statement, I guess.
I love that.
And I picked one of my favorite characters to do it, so
I love
he's
that.
painting Smile in the middle of the night, and then
Cool.
yeah. And I think it's going to be so many people that relate to it. So yeah, like if you walked right in and thought about that, you know, and so yeah.
I love that Bart Simpson.
That's what art is.
Yeah,
It's all what calls to you,
that's right.
what appeals to you.
Yep, yeah. So just hanging in there, and I'm so happy to be busy working again because I have a few murals lined up now that things are starting to open up just a little bit, step by step.
Yeah.
So. They're showing your teeth all the time, but just the idea of smiling and spreading joy is needed more now than ever. So we're going to be making a ton of more items. Some shirts, some hats, some tank tops. You know, just things for
V-necks, please.
Heather might be able to license it with you to make little jewelry things that you can sell. That's what I'm thinking.
Gotcha.
To have a whole thing there, and I don't know.
Well, that's how what she does. She just partners with artists, and they put their stuff in the store, and
up north, and
there's a commission, and she sells it, and it's a vacation town in Empire.
and they're from down here.
Empire is like Glen Arbor.
Check it out.
Yeah.
I haven't got.
Beautiful.
I always tell my wife that I want to travel more, and then we start talking about these exotic countries, and I always tell her like, I still want to travel more here.
States.
Yeah, I want to see the Grand Canyon. I want to see some of the things that I haven't been able to see. That's maybe within 10 hours, you know. So
No,
we'll
you're
see.
right.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you want to go with how you want to run with
I
this?
would just love Phil to tell us how he got his start.
Yeah. Well, let's see. So I always tell people one of the things I remember most about my childhood is my mother always encouraged me to be creative. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't. It wasn't a bad thing to be drawing of crayons in the house with color pencils. And I think most of our childhood years we are doing something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Crayons, color pencils, coloring books. But I found very early that I like this. Like I want to do more of this. So I tried saxophone. I tried drums lessons. I love basketball, but I've never been like an all-star. So I didn't play on any teams, you know.
Mm.
So I say, Mom, I really just want to focus on drawing. And my grades wasn't the best in my earlier years, and so the agreement was, hey, you get better grades in school, you know, you do your homework, and you take care of school. We can get you in some Saturday art classes. Mm-hmm. You know, we can get you in some classes. And in hindsight, if you mess up in your academics, I gotta take you out the art class. Mm-hmm. You know, so I'm like, oh, well, I really want this art class. So I think just around 6th, 7th grade, just academics got better. My art got better. I started focusing more, and I just never looked back. My drawing started off with just really detailed drawings. Mm-hmm. Then I went off to college to U of M, the University of Michigan. And if I ever have to tell my story, I always got to tell this story. Around 2002, I did a very detailed drawing that took weeks, you know, in pencil. Very detailed pencil drawing. And I still have it to this day, but it's by far the most detailed pencil drawing that I've ever done. And I'm getting awards, I'm getting accolades, I'm getting high fives.
Oh, I think I saw it.
Yeah.
Did you post it?
I posted it.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a ton of, and one professor looked me in my eyes, and her name was is Nancy Thayer. She's still living. She said, if I wanted a picture of this detail, I'll take a photo. And just kind of walked away, you know. And I was just heartbroken, you know. I don't think I had the big head, but I just had all these accolades, and I'm feeling so good about myself. And she said, look, this is, anyone can duplicate a picture, right? Mm-hmm. What did you add to this? That's you. Did you add any character? Did you add any emotion? If you're just illustrating what you see, and I say this happens for every artist, but it helped me grow as an artist. Mm-hmm. Because what I took from that is, wow, I gotta start playing with color. I gotta play with my signature. I gotta play with my style, you know. Mm-hmm. And Lord knows, she made me do a blind contour drawing where you cover your eyes and you can't lift the pencil up off the paper. And so she's taken away my ability to see, and she's taken away my ability to find detail, you know. And it just loosened me up, man. I did it for like weeks, and I got sick of the exercise, but it loosened me up to find my style that I do now. So since 2005, I've been painting the smile style, I call it, but I didn't take it serious until about 2010, when I realized I have something with my faces. I can leave a mark with my faces. I can talk about joy more, and that started it. You know, that started the process of me painting smiles, and then I started the process of, actually, this was the first. I keep this one, and I painted it all the time because this was the first smile shirt ever printed. And you know, just you got the P in the nose for my signature Philip, and it's just we recreate this over and over again in different stories, different colors, and it allowed me to do murals around the city. I'll be in San Antonio soon doing a mural. I've traveled to Austria to do art, and art definitely got me out of my comfort zone. Mm-hmm. Got me meeting new people. I love creating, and times like this where it's a lot you can, like we talked about earlier, I could paint George Floyd, you know, but part of me still want to make sure I paint Mrs. and Mr. Potato Head too, you know, with the same confidence that I'm telling a story about how I played with these toys and how someone who's older than me still, it clicked, and then even the Bart Simpson, it clicks, you know. So I just want to talk about humor, uplifting people. I believe that when you hang a painting in your home, you're also hanging a piece of my energy with you. Mm-hmm. So if I just keep putting this positive energy in my artwork, and the message is strong on a positive end, I would like to make the assumption that when you're in your home and you walk past the painting, or when you're telling a friend about the painting, that energy is flowing, and it's like, oh, check this out. Mm-hmm. And it's another happy moment to talk about. Mm-hmm. You know, so like now I'm a husband, I'm a father, and my 3-year-old, she paints with me sometimes. She said, Daddy, you do art, you don't paint? You know, like it's just, it brings joy to my heart. So I'm 37 now, but I know for as long as, knock on wood, I get another 50, 60 years in me, man, I'll be painting smiles for sure. Yeah. You know, and I hope to do it, like you said, up north, down south, and just encourage happiness. Mm-hmm. And I always tell people it's not necessarily about showing your teeth, smiling all the time, because none of us can do that. Mm-hmm. It's just remembering the idea of what a smile represents. Mm-hmm. It represents joy, it represents happiness, it represents greeting someone, greeting a complete stranger, saying hello, high fives, and even if now with COVID, if you got an air five, you know, just keep that energy going. So I've been truly blessed to make a living with art. You know, I provide for my family every day. I get a chance to wake up and do what I love, and I couldn't ask for a better job. You know, like I said, I just keep meeting new people. And you know, it's just something about it. My wife understands me. She knows sometimes I get sucked into a painting, and she has to call and say, "Hey, babe, did you eat lunch? Can you take a break? You know, did you get some water? Because I can get stuck painting for 6-7 hours and then don't move. You know, so I got to remember that. Oh, I am a father now. Let me play with my daughter. You know, or if I'm here at the studio, I got to make sure I go home, check in, then I'll come back. Or some days I have to make a schedule. And I'm like, hey, babe, I'm going to be at the studio Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That way I can spend Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You know, like it's like a work schedule almost. But just everyone plays their part. And I'm excited. Yeah.
Well, we recognized what was in your heart the first time we met.
Oh yeah, thank you.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, no, man, even like just having a small group from ages. I think the youngest was like that day. The youngest was
Four.
Four
at the
and
time.
We had fun. The teenagers had fun, and I know we can make something of this.
But their parents, who were not with us that day, would also like, and we probably would have done it by now had things not been shut down.
Right.
But they would like to do a grown-up.
Yep, and
session.
and I talked about it. And I talked about it with my wife. I used to run an art gallery, and it was big, and we had hundreds of people at a time partying or having an art exhibit. And I realized the things that I enjoy most is small, intimate settings. So this is perfect because this is 10 to 12 people, comfortable. It's intimate. I can crack open the door to get some sunshine in. And because I got roof access there, we can have wine, and it's just my own little haven, my own little safe space. So that's why there's toys in the other room that my daughter can play with when she's here, So it's just
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, let's
Some of the best stuff.
take that down and let's look at it right here. Come here. Look what we're taking home. Woo-hoo! It's gonna be ours.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
the best thing is I'm going to write on the back of it.